I'm trying to eat, but it's really not working. I mean, I'm just about my food's already cold, but anyway, yeah, I'm. I think the best option that I prefer is definitely the van option, where I'm just I don't know walking around or whatever, and then a van like I don't know a van pops up and there's like lots of chocolates inside it or something, and that's my favorite option. But I don't know. I suppose there's also another option of putting someone. If I'm staying in a dormitory, there's going to be like people around that's staying in the room, and I don't know. They could. The creepiest option would be to come at midnight or something. But I don't know. What day? I don't know. Like the Feast of Tabernacles are supposed to be God the Father's feasts on the Hebrew calendar, and I feel like something might happen to me in a similar way, but I don't know. I think Jesus did fulfill stuff on that feast. I think halfway through he said, "Come to me if you have living water" or something about that, or whatever. And I think he went up. The story about him is that he went up during the middle of the feast or whatever. Um, you know, I feel like if there's going to be a rapture, that might be the most time. I don't know. I mean, I guess everyone could have their own different view on it. Some people say it's the trumpets, and some people say it's the Day of Atonement. Um, and I don't know. I think the tabernacles is where you're supposed to, like, God's supposed to come down. You're supposed to tabernacle with Him. So I just, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I mean, it might even be best to wait until after feast of that, the feast of after the seventh day, because I don't really want to have anything to do with the Bible or the feast or anything. I want to completely move on from that and just forget about it. But I don't know. Um, um, but yeah, I really don't want it to be a case of, when the first audition that I did for Big Brother, it was really weird because I felt so welcome there. I wore a bee costume with a sash saying Queen Bee on it, and it was interesting how I was in a group at the beginning, and then it was like I was chosen specifically, and then I had this woman, kind of walk me around all the different stages, and I noticed how everyone else was walking around in groups, and yet I and maybe a couple of other people. There was a few others. I wasn't the only one, but there was a couple of people that are walking around with like a chaperone almost, and then there was the groups that were walking around, and I felt really special when I did that, because when that happened, because it was like, oh wow, they've you know I don't know why she's following me around, but I went to the toilet for a few minutes, and I came out and she was still there. I was like, oh wow, I didn't like I thought you would have walked off by that stage or something, and she didn't. So yeah, I got a really interesting clip though. On that occasion, I remember there was a big room and lots of people sitting down, and everyone was talking about loads of different things, and I was just listening. And then there was a point where I got to speak, and I basically picked up all the conversations that people had said and just came up with like a conclusion of everything. I don't know, but I felt like something channeled. I was channeling something when I was saying that, and it would be interesting if you have the video clip to that, because I can't remember what I said or what it was about, but I felt like something was watching me when I was there, and that I needed to be on that show because of that. That was something I remember feeling like there was something special about this show and I needed to get on. So I was disappointed when I didn't get on. The problem is every year I applied, I found myself getting less and less welcome at the audition. And the last audition that I applied for, she was asking me questions and I was replying in a fairly negative way because I'd given up by that stage, saying, "Oh, I've applied, 5, 6, 7 times, and haven't got on, and because of that, I'm not that confident that I will get on." And then she kind of turned around and said, "Oh yeah, well, maybe you should just give up because it's clear that the producers obviously don't want you." And it was just really rude. I can't remember what she said exactly in the words, but it was something along those lines. like yeah, you've obviously been flying too many times. You should see that as a sign that they don't want you. And it was just, hey, you don't know me. But yeah, she made me not want to ever apply again. That might have been the last time I did apply, but I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I have got Big Brother on the brain because I know that's the only show that can actually help expose me um, for who I am whilst creating a sort of fairly real life scenario thing. Um, Although I really need to find out more about the Americas show. I saw a picture on the Instagram page and you have a garden according to that, but I don't know why there's no pictures in. I'm not watching it, but yeah, there looked like there was a picture of a garden. Um, but yeah, it is very hot right now, so I don't know if sunbathing is going to be best for the skin. I think when you get to a certain age, you need to sort of stop, or we need to be a bit more careful of sunburn. But anyway, um, I'm yes, I I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm going to be too worried that I'm going to miss the train or the flight or both. And I also need to. I have tidied the house more or less. It's not really tidy, but it's tidy enough for me to um, go. Anyway,